Buenos días. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, gracias. Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? ¿Y usted? Buenos días. Hoy es domingo. Hoy es domingo. Today is Sunday. Buenos días. Good morning. Hoy es domingo. Today is Sunday. Buenos días. Hoy es domingo. Let's get started, okay? First things first, y'all know I always like to review what all we have gone over. So, this is beginner Spanish. It is in no form a competition, it is in no form a show off time or nothing like that. It's just me trying to regain my Spanish after losing it. That's it. And if you care to join me, I welcome you. Bienvenidos. Let's get started. We're going to start by counting from 0 to 10. And yes, we're going to go up in the numbers. But right now, we're going to review the things we've gone over. And I wanted to start to build phrases. I'm just teaching you guys the way I originally started catching on to Spanish. So let's start with the numbers. Zero, zero. And my R, if you could tell, it's like I know people always say roll your R's, roll your R's. But if you really listen good, it sounds almost like they're making that D sound with the top of with the roof of their mouth and their tongue. R, 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 r. Zero, zero, zero. Uno, uno. Dos, dos. Tres, tres. Cuatro, cuatro. Cinco, cinco. Seis, seis. Siete, siete. Ocho, ocho. Nueve. Hi. Nueve. Diez. Diez. Welcome in, you guys. Bienvenidos. Welcome, welcome. Buenos dias. Good morning. Hoy es domingo. Today is Sunday. I want y'all to say that to yourselves throughout the day. Hoy es domingo. Domingo. Speaking of, let's go over the days of the week. We're going to start with Monday and move down into the weekend. Lunes. Monday is lunes. Lunes. Martes. Martes. Miércoles. Tu español es muy bien. Muy bien. So it's lunes, martes, miércoles. When you say miércoles, it's more like miércoles, miércoles. So it's lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, jueves, viernes, 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 sábado, sábado, domingo, domingo. Hoy es domingo, domingo. So now we're going to go over please and thank you. Por favor, gracias. Por favor, please, gracias. You have to say it throughout the day, guys. Like, to really catch it, you have to continue to say it. And even jot down a note. I know some people say, don't write it, don't write it. Yes, write it. So it can remind you throughout the day to say it. And if you have to, write it in a way where you can understand how it's said. So it's por favor, please, por favor, gracias, gracias. Please do not say gracias, gracias. Try to make that tongue hit the roof of your mouth. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Now, yes and no. Sí, no, sí, no, yes and no. If you don't care, then just keep watching because you're helping me out by watching. So, how are you? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? You having trouble rolling your R's? Try to make the tip of your tongue. Try to make it hit the roof of your mouth. Ra, ra, ra. Just practice that sometimes. If you're not practicing your actual words, just sometimes just practice ra, 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 ra. Just practice that sometimes and then just keep doing it. Keep doing it. And then you will start to notice that it'll get better and better in time. Don't give up on it. Just ra, ra. Let the tip of your tongue hit the roof of your mouth. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? ¿Y tú? Now, when I say y tú, I don't say y tú, because that's the way it's spelled. I kind of do like a light D sound. Y tú? ¿Y tú? I don't know how to. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? Like that. If you hear it has like that punch sound. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? That's how are you? Very well. And you? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? And then later on, as we go, you can start to say things like muy mal or así así. There are different variations, but when you're greeting someone, you kind of don't want to give them, a bad impression. So it's just basically just you want to be like muy bien y tú. But if you're talking to a family or somebody very close to you and you want to be honest about how you're feeling that day, then that's when you'll go into saying like, "Oh, I'm not feeling well today," or kind of so. We'll get into that later. So, ¿dónde está mi esposo? ¿Por qué? Why you want to know where my husband is? They said, ¿dónde está mi esposo? Where is my husband? Okay, let's keep going. So for breakfast, desayuno, desayuno. And if y'all been watching my shorts, I've been putting up some clips here and there where I say the word desayuno or frusto. I've been saying breakfast in different languages. Oh no, you're cool. You're cool. You're cool. As you can see, I just took that time to work on my Spanish. ¿Dónde está? Where is? Mi esposo, my husband. ¿Dónde está mi esposo? Mi esposo. So, yeah, but you're good. So I just don't want to get off too far, but I love to see you guys in the chat, but I don't want to get off too far because today I actually want to work on start building my phrases together, and that's what really helped me when I first started learning Spanish. And I don't see a whole lot of people talking about it, but I actually started learning in chunks. I started with some basic words and then I started building sentences. So that's what we're going to work on today. But I wanted to review what we've already been. Esposa is your wife, and esposo is husband. So mi esposo. Um, almuerzo, almuerzo is lunch. Almuerzo, almuerzo. But some people will say lonche, lonche. Um, but the proper term for lunch is almuerzo, almuerzo, almuerzo. And for dinner is cena, cena. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Desayuno, almuerzo, cena. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Thank you. Gracias. So this is part we went over quiero and necesito last week. So quiero is I want. Anytime you see the O on the end, you're referring to yourself. Quiero, I want. Necesito, I need. Quiero, necesito. I want and I need. And you want to be able to let them know that you only understand a little Spanish. So they may ask, um, ¿entiende español? ¿Entiende español? That means like, do you understand Spanish? And you put that O on the end of that same word. Entiendo, entiendo un poco. Entiendo un poco. Entiendo un poco. Entiendo. Entiendo un poco. I understand a little. So I wanted to start building a sentence or a phrase. Just starting. We're just starting. All this week, I want you guys to work on trying to build phrases with what you know already. So we just went over I want and I need. Quiero and necesito. Quiero is I want, and if you want to say somebody else want, is quiere. Like she wants, quiere. He wants, quiere. They want, quiere. But if it's I want, it's quiero. You put that O on the end when you're talking about yourself. Quiero, quiere, necesito, and necesita. Necesita. That's they need or she needs, he needs. Necesita. Necesito. Um, I have. Tengo que. I have. Tengo que. Tengo que. So I'm giving y'all a lot of phrases this week. So I really want you guys to really say it throughout the day. Say it through the week. And if you can't remember all of them, pick out maybe two or three of the phrases that you really know that you're going to say throughout the day and just work on those right now. And then you can come back to this video and then you can keep building. Keep building. So if you want to say, I have, is tengo que. Tengo que. And Yeah. Tengo que, and if you want to say he has or she has, is tiene que. Tiene que. You like gorditas? How do you say you like gorditas? Me gusta gorditas. Me gusta gordita. Are you saying gorditas? Gordita. Gorditas. Me gusta fajitas. Y quesadilla de camarón y quesadilla de asada. Me gusta caldo. Caldo es muy bien. Sí, you keep that O on the end when you're referring to yourself. Me gusto. Me gusto. Well, you could say me gusta. Yeah, you could say it either way. Um, because they will understand what you're saying. And trust me, if you're saying something totally wrong to the point where you're saying something that means something totally different, they'll correct you. But let me see. I can, puedo. You can or she can. It's puede, puede. Puedo, I can. So you can actually put that in front of. Earlier we learned how to say I understand or I can or can I. So I understand you wouldn't even use puedo. I can understand. You could just basically say I understand, entiendo. But if you want to say something like I can cook, you say puedo cocinar. Like you just add on that other phrase. But right now we're just trying to build the phrase. So let's concentrate on building that phrase first. So if you want to say I can or like I can is puedo. Puedo. They can or she can or he can is puede. Puede. I can, puedo. Um, say what up, my bunnet sister. What's up? Today we just building our phrases. We're gonna get better and better at our Spanish. We're gonna keep working on it, and we're gonna help our brothers and sisters that may need our help. We're gonna start getting to the point where we can actually help translate. Um, we're gonna build our Spanish, y'all. We're gonna get better. As for me, um, I've been speaking Spanish for a while. However, I need to work on actually speaking more because when I had my chemo, it did something to my brain, y'all. I think it fried my brain. So my Spanish and my French is like not where it used to be, and I'm not proud of that. I'm not happy about it at all. So uh, y'all gonna see me sometimes studying in my backyard. You're gonna see me sometimes studying in my bedroom. You're gonna see me sometimes maybe even studying sitting at the kitchen table. But that's how I work on my languages. I love learning languages. It makes me feel like I accomplished something, and I hope that it does the same for you. Like I said in the beginning, this is not a competition. It's not one of those things where you gotta feel like you gotta be higher than someone else, so it's not a race, and it's not one of those things where you got to down somebody else about how far you are in something that you're learning. I never understood that, how some people would be learning a language and they would compare themselves to someone who just started learning the language, like, oh, it's easy, you know, it's easy, you doing this and you doing that, all you got to do is. I never understood that concept. If you really want people to learn, if you really get excited about languages the way I do, then you get excited no matter what stage they're in. If they're in the very beginning stages, you get excited about it because you may actually be earning a friend that you can practice with later on down the line. So please don't knock anybody who's at different levels in their Spanish, whether they are at the very beginning and just learning their alphabet, their sounds, or if they're later on in it and they're learning their conversational Spanish or their speed Spanish. No matter what stage someone is in, just learn how to take it all in, and just meet them where they are. Learning languages has gotten me through a lot of hard times because it works my brain and it gives me something else to concentrate on other than negative things that might be going on around me. So I take it very personal when I see that someone will downplay the work that I have put into it, or they will try to sidebar me and overly correct me, because I'm not where I used to be. So when someone overly corrects me, I feel as though they are trying to diminish the work that I have put into it, or they try to downplay how much work I put into it. Especially when it comes from someone that do not speak that language. So yeah, let's build phrases. Let's build together. No matter what stage someone is in, we are gonna work together so that way we can bounce ideas off of each other, and later on down the line we can actually, like we were just doing, communicate even through chat with our target language. So right now I am currently working on my Spanish, my French, and my German. So you guys are gonna see tons of videos with me studying. That is exactly what I'm doing. I'm studying and I'm trying to get my language level back to where I had it before I had my chemo. But I don't want to go into that because that's not this video. But we are going to build our phrases. We're going to work together. We're going to encourage each other. We're not going to take this as a competition. And I keep saying that because I've noticed some things. And it kind of rubs me a little bit the wrong way, but I'm not going to jump on it too quick. But if I see that it continues, then I'm going to say something. But yeah, if you see somebody trying to learn a language, don't say things like, "Oh, that's nothing," or "Anybody can do that," or "That's easy," or "You're not trying." Phrases like that really irks me because if I see someone genuinely trying to learn a language, I know where I started. I'll never forget where I started. I started with just simply sitting at my computer when everybody went to school and went to work, and I would just give myself 15 minutes a day with working on my target language. And after that 15 minutes was up, then I would go into folding some clothes or cleaning up. And while I was cleaning, I started to realize, oh my goodness, because I'm still using my target language. Do not forget, you guys, when you learn, even if it's just 2 or 3 words a day, use it throughout the day. So what I started doing was, after I do my 15 minutes, I didn't stop there. I would be folding clothes and I would use the words that I just learned. Uh, ropas, clothes, pantalones, pantalones. I would be folding the pants, pantalones. Um, Putting the socks away, calcetines. Um, Even when I'm taking the clothes out the washer and putting them in the dryer, I would say lavandora, secondora, lavandora, secondora. So the laundry, the washing machine is lavandora and the dryer is secondora. So I would put the clothes out of the lavandora and put them into the secondora. So then later, after maybe 2 or 3 months, I started building phrases. And that's when it really popped for me, like, oh my goodness, I'm really catching on to this. I can do this. I started walking through the house and saying things like la mesa, la silla, la ventana, puerta, basura. Like I just started saying the words la cama, and I started to catch it. And when you start to catch it, you won't you don't want to give up on yourself because now you know you can do it. Thank you. Gracias. Now you know you can do it. So we're going to keep building on our Spanish, and I'm going to work on it more and more because I lost a lot of it, you guys. When you have health issues, sometimes it fires your brain a little bit depending on what they give you. Good morning, Cricket Peach. Good morning. Um, Sometimes it fries your brain a little bit, but it's up to you to keep exercising that brain. I'm not gonna let this take me out. I'm not gonna let it basically just put me into a corner crying somewhere. I'm not gonna do that. I refuse. I'm not that type of girl. Never have been. So I'm gonna keep building, working on, and no matter what people say, I'm gonna keep and stay focused. Keep on it. So we're gonna build our phrases together. And throughout the week, I want you guys to actually say it to yourself. When you're doing something, I want you to say, quiero, like I want, quiero, I need, necesito, I have, tengo que, they have, tiene que, um, I, I can, puedo. Thank you, Cricket Peach. I just love your videos. You are a rock star. So, and then we want to say, I understand, entiendo. So far, we have learned a lot of vocabulary. And if you guys have been rocking with me, you guys should know that we've gotten through a lot. We learned the numbers, the days of the week, how to say yes and no, places, what else? Breakfast, lunch, dinner. So now we are going to start building those phrases. Now we're going to go on into saying things like, I want to buy something. So you already know what I want is quiero. And to buy is comprar. Comprar. I want to buy. Quiero comprar. Quiero comprar. Quiero comprar. And then something is algo. Algo. So that's going to be one of our phrases we can do. Um, Quiero comprar algo. Quiero, I want, comprar, to buy, algo, something. And since you guys know how to say I need, and now you know how to say something, how about I need something? Necesito algo. Necesito algo. Or I need to buy something. Necesito comprar algo. Necesito comprar algo. Don't forget to use it throughout the day, guys. Like, um, I want to go to the store would be quiero. I want to go is ir. We haven't went over ir, but let's add it. Ir. So I want to go to the store. We already know how to say tienda because we went over the places, remember? So tienda was store. Tienda, casa, hospital. I forgot. I think those are the places we went over. But if you want to say, I want to go to the store. Quiero ir a la tienda. Quiero ir a la tienda. Build those phrases. Work with what you have. Like we've been working on the numbers. We've been working on the weekdays. You can always say, now that we know ir is to go, and quiero is I want, guess what? You can add your weekday. Quiero ir. Mm, I want to go Friday, viernes. I want to go Friday. You just said a phrase. It may not be um, to to your liking right now. Like you may feel like somebody in the chat said that they're not pronouncing their R's correctly or something like that. Go ahead and train your brain to say the phrase right now. And then you can make those little corrections as you go, because the more you say it, the more you'll start to hear it. So when you start listening to your movies and your skits in your target language, you will start to hear the days of the week because you've been going over it. You will start to hear those key words like I want, or I need, or I can, or understand. You will start to hear those key words that you have been practicing, and you will hear the way they're saying it. And believe it or not, humans have this thing where they start to mock people. They start to take on their accents. So the more you listen to it, you will start to uh, sound more native, because you will be hearing the native speaker actually speaking it. They say, find a native speaker, find a native speaker. Well, if you don't feel comfortable yet with um, the way you're pronouncing it, start watching your TV shows and your movies in your target language. Trust me, guys. It may, in the beginning, it may feel like it's just gibberish and you don't understand anything. But the more you practice, the more you add on words and you keep saying it throughout the day, you will start to pick up on it. I told you guys, I love watching Diesper, America, Good Morning America, and I love watching the two handsome guys. I love watching Gorda y Flaca. So some of the words that they say, you can't help but to know what the whole thing is about because you've been studying your key words. Thank you. So sometimes you're going to be watching a show and you may hear them say that they want two apples, and it's going to blow your mind because here it is, you've been thinking you're only learning basic Spanish, you're only at the beginning, you really don't know much, but you're going to start catching on to certain things. You're going to start catching on to when they say good morning to one another. You're going to start catching on to when they say I need to go to the store, and it's going to trigger you into wanting to learn more and more and more. So let's build those phrases. Build those phrases. Work on what we've been working on. The days of the week, the numbers, the please and thank you, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you're watching a TV show and you see the mom in the kitchen and you hear her say almuerzo, you're gonna know she's preparing lunch. Or you hear her tell someone to sit down at the table, you're gonna hear la mesa. You're gonna hear her say for dinner, porcina. So just keep practicing, you guys. We're gonna start building phrases this week. So this week we're gonna work on quiero and quiere. I want, or she want, he wants. When you put the e on the end of quiero, then you're talking about someone else. When you put o on the end, you're talking about yourself. Quiero, quiere. Quiero, quiere. Necesito y necesita. This I need. and they need or she needs. So it's necesito, I need, she needs, necesita, or he needs, necesita. You change the ending when you're talking to someone else. Um, I have, tengo que, tengo que. And they have, tiene que, tiene, tiene que. I can, puedo. So just imagine if you've already been practicing your places, and then you hear them on the screen say, I can go to the store. You're going to catch it. Even if you don't know everything they just said, you're going to catch I can, because you're going to hear puedo, and that's going to jump out at you. Trust me, it's going to jump out at you. You're going to hear puedo, and you're going to hear, even though we just went over ear, like I can go. So you're going to hear puedo ir, but it's going to come off a little fast. But trust me, you're going to hear that puedo. Um, a la tienda, and you're going to hear tienda. It's going to jump out at you because you've been practicing it. Coco Jelly, I haven't seen you in a minute. I haven't seen you since y'all opened y'all whatever that doll thing is. Since since y'all got y'all doll. Yep, but I'm gonna get off of here because um Boss Lady Denise and Wellness with Frugal Mama, they are doing their 75 hard, I believe it's called. And I really want to support those ladies while they are on their journey. I want to cheer them on. And I want to be here to let them know that they got this, and keep chugging along. I'm so proud of them for picking up a journey that's a tough one. Tending to the chickens. So we're gonna start building our phrases, you guys. Quiero, necesito, puedo, tengo que, and entiendo. That's one that Wellness with Frugal Mom need to work on. Entiendo. I understand. So, and then we're gonna start adding on to that. Like if you want to say, I want to study, you would say, quiero estudiar. I want to study. Or I want to read. Quiero leer. So we're going to start adding on words. Or work. I want to work. Quiero trabajar. Quiero trabajar. We're going to start building our phrases. What's another one that we could add on? Cocinar. Cook. I need to cook. I need to cook breakfast. See, we could add that in our phrases because we already know how to say breakfast. So, necesito, I need to cook, cocinar, breakfast, desayuno. And you put it together. Necesito cocinar desayuno. I need to cook breakfast. Build your phrases, guys. Work on what we've been working on, and it's going to start coming to you. Trust me when I tell you. So, what else? This one is especially for kicking it with the rooks. I like watching their channel. But kicking it with the rooks, they went somewhere and they were getting a little frustrated because some of the vendors didn't understand them, and they didn't understand each other. Put it like that. So a phrase that would be really good for them is I want to buy something. Quiero comprar algo. Quiero is a word we've been going over for about 2 weeks now. Quiero and comprar is a new word. So we're unlocking new words now. Comprar algo. Quiero comprar algo. Quiero comprar algo. And you can add different items in there that you may want. Quiero comprar manzanas. Quiero comprar frutas. Quiero comprar libros or un libro. Like if you want to say a book. Uh, just you can add different things, but right now we're just building the phrases. So we want to make sure we don't forget. Quiero is I want. Quiere is she want or he want or they want. Put an O on the end when you're talking about yourself. Quiero, necesito, puedo, I want, I need, I can. And then you build your sentence from there. We've been working on the numbers. We've been working on the days of the week. We've been working on places. So at this point, you should at least be able to say, like, you want to go Sunday, or you want to buy two of something, or you want to buy one of something. Minister Terry Jones. So you're going to say, I want to buy something. Quiero comprar algo. And later today, I will put up a short where I actually use just that phrase. And I want you guys to work on just that phrase. Quiero comprar algo. I want to buy something. Quiero comprar algo. You know how to greet them already. So when you go to a booth or when you go to a Mexican restaurant, you can easily say buenos dias, buenas tardes, or buenas noches, whatever the day may be, whatever the time of day may be. Buenos dias. Um, and you would want to tell them first. You would want to be nice about it. You don't want to just be like, "Hey, give me give me a taco. Give me two tacos." You want to speak first. Buenas tardes. Um, quiero comprar dos tacos. And we haven't went over the other phrases yet, but you can ask how much. ¿Cuánto cuesta? You ask them how much is it por, and you would say how many you want. But we'll get into that later. I don't want to throw you guys off, but right now we are going to build the phrase of I want, I need, I can. That's puedo. So it's I want, quiero, I need, necesito, I can, puedo, I have, tengo que. What's another one? And I understand, entiendo, entiendo. And we're going to start building from there. So we're going to start saying things like, I want to study, puedo estudiar, or I want to read, not puedo, I want, quiero, quiero estudiar, I want to study. Or you can say, I can study, puedo estudiar. So that's what I got mixed up. I'm sorry about that. Puedo estudiar is I can study. Quiero estudiar is I want to study. Um, I need to read. Necesito leer. Necesito leer. And we will start building from there. But thanks you guys for joining me. And later today, I will be putting up a short concentrating on the phrase that we picked up today. We are unlocking new phrases now. We are unlocking new words. And we're going to put it all together and we are going to work on our Spanish together. Don't let anybody tell you that what you're doing is pointless or that is too easy or it's too simple or whatever the case may be. Don't let nobody downplay your study time. Study throughout the day. Say it to yourself if you have to. Watch something in your target language and we will grow together. So y'all know how I do it. Until next time, gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye.